After her car accident, the girl thought it'd be fun to pretend she had amnesia just to mess with her boyfriend a little. But to her surprise, instead of being concerned, he passed her off to his best friend, Nick, insisting Nick was actually her boyfriend. Curious about her boyfriend's strange behavior, she decided to play along. She pretended to have lost her memory and agreed to be Nick's girlfriend as instructed. Nick, without missing a beat, carried her straight back to his villa. The unfamiliar environment made her nervous, but Nick quickly assured her that this was their home, and she had always lived there. His awkward lie made her suspicious. He seemed more afraid of her regaining her memory than anything else. Later that night, while sneaking downstairs for a glass of water, she accidentally overheard a conversation between Nick and her real boyfriend. Turns out, during her recovery, her boyfriend had already moved on with someone else. They were supposed to get married in 3 months, but he was afraid of being trapped in marriage. So he figured he'd use her memory loss as an excuse to live it up for a while. He was confident that even if she eventually remembered everything, she loved him enough that a few sweet words would bring her back. Before leaving, he warned Nick not to get too close to her. He was only supposed to help cover up the lie. The next day, Nick took her to a party. Her real boyfriend and his new flame were already there waiting. What shocked the girl the most was that his new girlfriend was none other than her own best friend. Her best friend wasted no time marking her territory, flaunting the new relationship in front of her like some kind of performance. Then someone suggested a party game. The boyfriend and his new girl teamed up to play the cookie game, balancing a cookie on their faces and eating it from both ends until they met in the middle. Their perfect coordination drew a wave of cheers. When it was the girl's turn, she was told to pick someone at random for a 30-second kiss. Her ex smugly assumed she'd choose him, but she walked straight over to Nick. After all, they were supposed to be a couple now. When Nick actually kissed her for real, her ex couldn't take it. He stormed outside and dragged Nick with him, furious that Nick had broken their deal. Nick shrugged it off, saying it was just a game, and as far as the girl was concerned, he was her boyfriend now. He even patted the guy's chest with a smug smile, reminding him that he was the one who made that decision. Her ex didn't push it further. He had always assumed Nick wasn't into her. He just warned Nick again not to get too close, but what they didn't know was the girl had overheard everything. After the party, Nick took her for a walk to clear her head. Out of nowhere, they bumped into her ex and her best friend again. Trying to provoke her, her friend kissed the ex loudly in front of her. Before he could even react, the girl and Nick had already walked up to them. With a smirk, the friend handed the girl her phone and asked her to take a cute couple photo. Without hesitation, the girl said sure. As she took the picture, memories flooded back how just 3 years ago, the same friend used to take photos of her and her boyfriend. And now, somehow, their roles had completely reversed. Nick, seeing her silently hurt, snatched the phone back and returned it to the ex without a word. It was getting late, so they decided to stay overnight at a nearby hotel. While checking in, the ex kept bragging about how sweet and understanding his new girl was. Every word felt like a dagger to the girl's chest. Fed up, Nick pulled out his ID and booked a room with one large bed, shocking her ex. He demanded to know if Nick seriously intended to sleep in the same room as her. Nick calmly replied that it wasn't a big deal. Besides, he knew how much the ex hated her, so what was the problem? As Nick and the girl started walking away, the ex suddenly grabbed her arm. "Are you really going to stay with him tonight?" he asked, clearly jealous. The girl looked him in the eye and said calmly, "I'm Nick's girlfriend now. Of course I'll stay with him." He wanted to stop her, but this was the mess he created with his lies. As he watched them leave, he tried to comfort himself. Nick doesn't even like her, he thought. He won't do anything. But what he didn't know was, Nick had always loved her in secret. Back in the hotel room, Nick noticed she looked down. He gently told her, "To me, you've always been perfect." The words struck her deeply, especially after hearing her ex humiliate her earlier. She could feel Nick's love, raw and honest. But Nick, still trying to be respectful, said he'd sleep on the floor. Just as he started to lie down, she grabbed his hand. In that moment, she realized she had fallen in love with her fake boyfriend. The next morning, her real boyfriend couldn't wait to bang on the hotel door. He was sure Nick had broken the agreement, and came ready to fight. But Nick easily blocked his punch. Seeing the jealousy in his eyes, Nick teased him. "What's the matter? Didn't get any sleep last night from eavesdropping?" The boyfriend, furious, snapped, "Forget it. I don't need you to play the boyfriend anymore."